portions, one in another. That's what it means. They just told us what it means. Into an emulsion. Watch this. An emulsion is a type of colloid, which is a substance microscopically dispersed throughout. So they telling you how this is their plan of attack right in your face. They got to give you the opportunity to discover it. They just don't think that this monkey man gonna figure it out. But my people keep giving me knocks. I got the answer. So we go to answer right in your face. So we go back. Etymology goes to the history of the word. The background goes to the application of the word. And it says the process of Hellenization has started southwestern Anatolia. It goes to all of the countries and all of that when it's advantageous to do so. Places like Side and Aspendos and the Greek-themed origin myths and inscription and published in SEG shows in the 4th century BC. I want to see if it give a better description, but it's just telling us early Christianity. Now this is when Helen became the man right here. You see where it say Eastern Roman Empire? Watch. It say the Greek East, because Greece was east of Rome, was one of two main cultural areas of the Roman Empire. So you see Rome had absorbed Greece, and the culture became known as Greco-Roman, because Rome, being the deceiver, wanted the Greek people to comply. In the agreement, they put Greek first, but Greek lost. But it was easier to deceive the people into thinking that Greek and Rome had came to a mutual decision. If they put Greece first, it would keep the people deceived. But the actions of Rome shows you that Rome won, and that they only did that to appease the people of Greece, not to know what took place, and began to be ruled by an autonomous imperial court in 286 AD under Diocletian. However, Rome remained the nominal capital of both parts of the empire. Think America and Britain. And Latin was the state language. Now we're talking about Rome. Latin was written by Carthaginian priests. The Carthaginian priests had migrated in as Moors into what we call Spain now. It's Spain now. And when they went there, the people had no language or culture, and they was commissioned as a priesthood to go and clean it up. And they cleaned it up too goddamn good. And then some of them began to marry the women that was there. This was the sons of God saw the daughters of men. And when they seen this, these half mulattoes, they showed us the story. There's no history on no plantation of no slave rebellion starting in the field. They always start in the house, every one of them. Vasey, Prosser, Toussaint, they were all considered house Negroes because they had positions in the house or in close proximity to what you call massa. But it was a plantation, was a prison colony. We didn't have prisons. You got to remember that. Wasn't no such thing as a prison. Well, the prison is the new plantations. This is what happened to the plantations. They became trustee camps, which you call your corporations, and they became prisons, which is your rebellious nigga, field nigga camps. You see? So if the system is the same, you just not owned by an individual, you owned by a corporation now. Now I'm about to tumble Rome ass to the ground. So Don King, you can do your press conference where you scream Babylon, Babylon the Great is falling, because I'm finna bring this bitch tumbling to her motherfucking knees. Put money on that. If y'all got any doubts about me, y'all, all y'all got to do is ask. What you want to know? I'm showing you how we got in this shit. I'm showing you where our real shit at. This our shit. They got you thinking that they was fighting slavery in the South. The Dred Scott case was determined out of the North people, the 3/5 compromise. Now, what is a 3/5 compromise? The physical person has a mind, body, and a soul, but he's unawakened, unaware. He's walking around in a slumber state that requires a rites of passage to awaken him from. If you allow people to subvert the rites of passage with education, then you end up producing a what they call zumbe, a sleeping, walking adult, right? So the educational system, all this is rounded up with your police force being established and chartered as a privately owned corporation with satellite companies. The police is not a federal government agency, nor is the sheriff. The sheriff was the original protectors of the land under the Mufti. But what ended up happening was the U.S. Marshal was federal, the sheriff had county regions, and it was broke up by county regions because that's how we governed our land with the Sharif. The Mufti captain, or the chief of the Mufti, which is what you know him today is Malik Angel Bey, they are under his rule. But because we lost the war, and because he was able to be toppled before he could regain his position, they was able to give you all this false narrative that he was a terrorist. The Bushes are the terrorists. If you go to Behold the Pale Horse, I wonder if they got it on PDF. Remember how when the Constitution was passed, they did a select committee against the unanimous vote required to change it? Let's see if we can find it. Because William Cooper actually quotes the law. The Senate session that they had when he tried to take over, when he fired the first shot. You see, they got to give you 3 warnings that they're about to try to take your kingdom over, to give you the opportunity to call forth your ancestors to defend you. I'm the result of y'all calling your ancestors to defend you. They send you the motherfucking worst motherfucker they could find from the deepest, darkest corners of hell and send me here to make sure we set this shit right. LaMel Pops won, dog. That's just for the record. Just so you know, he won. Because I'm the baddest motherfucker ever born, and I'm not going to never let mine down. He won. So in here, let's see if we can do a search in document on this Behold the Pale Horse. He go through the whole thing, the whole breakdown. Look. Can't see that too good. Blow it up some. It say from 1972 to 19... No, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see if they got no search. The substance of the foreign information is orally furnished by George Bush, the Central Intelligence Agency Captain William Edward of Defense Intelligence Agency in November. Oh, this is about Bush involvement in the JFK assassination. We all know he was in on that. Gotta be another one in here. But it was like in the middle of the night, back in 1989 or 90, right before he gave that 1,000 points of light speech, where he announced that they was about to take over the world. They passed a law that made him King George the First, and gave him the reins. He was the most powerful motherfucker, or so he thought. But he don't know. You can plan to fight God all you want, but as long as righteous people exist, God's not going to leave the question unanswered. It might take a little time to develop a defense strategy, but you got to have a dog in every fight. You got to have a dog in every fight. Don't let this Hellenized treaty of peace and friendship. It's on YouTube. It's under the Man from Moo link. And it tell you that they was blockaded in. That's what the Boston Tea Party was all about. The Tea Party was the battle of the ships, the fights that took place on the ships, the mutinies that took place when people realized they was being infiltrated. And they started throwing the tea overboard. That's your Boston Tea Party. All of this stuff ties in together to give us the actual. Now you see this here. Say the Bay. This is the governor of the land, right? If you don't see a flag of the Bay, a red, orange, and yellow flag is the flag of the Bays. The reference for that. Type this portion. It's called the book called A Scramble for Africa. Describes the flag of the Bays, and that where that flag flew is where the authority of the Bays reign. They took those flags down. Those flags were under the red flag with the green star of the Moorish Empire, but it had a 6-point star until they undermined or signed the treaty that allowed us to get sacked. Right? So the treaty expires. Now what happens? I have some more stuff to show y'all. This is the prophecy. Right? I'm not going to play it, but I want y'all to look it up on YouTube. It's 400-year affliction ending 2019, 2020. 100% Bible proof. Get that portion in there for the reference so they can just click on it for us. This right here. The United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People. America has a similar document that hinges on supporting the enforcement of this document. In this is called the American Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People. These are your references. Type these in, Portia. American Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People, adopted on the third plenary session held on June 15th, 2016. That, coupled with the United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People, overthrows the fraud and puts us back in the driver's seat. If y'all ready to ride, I got the equipment. I found all of their secrets. I went through all of their rights. I found all this shit they had hidden in plain sight. This right here, that document right there, cleans this motherfucking planet up of all the evil if we can come together and support it. That's our freedom. Read it, study it, know it. As soon as y'all realize that the entire system is a fraud and we have the real shit, then y'all know that freedom has come And the bullshit ends here. The buck stops with me. Drink that in. Thank you, Portia. You the bomb. Got treaty of peace and friendship. So with that, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank y'all for y'all time. I'm gonna go back in to the lab, put something else together for y'all. But I'm gonna take these and cut them in videos and do sound overs where I can show it and it look more presentable. I can use voice clips from these to put it all together and make it pretty for the people to like. Because the truth is the hardest thing to tell a motherfucker. You can tell a motherfucker everything in the world you want to tell them, but when you tell them the truth, they more offended at the truth than they can be offended at anything else. So, if we want to stop the police violence, reclaim our city, all we have to do is declare our indigenous right to self-governance, and we can restructure. If those people on the force understood what they were doing and who they was working for the enemy, they would not support that agenda. We always talk about police shooting these kids in the back and these black people in the back, but we don't never ask other police how they feel about it. They might not like it. And they might not know that if they get the imposters out, that they can work together with the people without all that bullshit. Otherwise, they gonna have to go. Because I can put something on the streets better than that. We need to be policing our own communities any goddamn way. Right? So, take all this stuff and know, I'm not bullshitting. I know where the fraud at. I know where the keys to the kingdom at. They in my pocket. Everybody done already agreed. I'm the baddest motherfucker ever born. They know I'm the one that they talked about was going to come clean this shit up. And I'm here. So, with that, I'm going to cut out. And I say thank y'all for listening. I love y'all. Just because I can, I don't need a reason. In stronger and it comes in with a more positive vibration on the frequency.
Exactly. And what even better is that it's almost Juneteenth. And so it is the best time to do this before their wicked holiday and the solstice, because that's our day. But we celebrate it for them and give them the energy. See, no, you got to do the solar solstice for you to connect with your solar energy that's in your body, so celebrate
That's
right
what,
now. Go, oh yeah, go
that's
pour
what
out
that whole
libations
trick
for your
was.
people. Yeah, that's exactly. That's the same thing with Christmas, the winter solstice. You give all that energy somewhere else. That way, you're not pulling it in for yourself. I mean, as wicked as it is, it's ingenious because nobody pays attention to it. You be like, damn, we've been stuck on stupid for so long. Like, Lord, it's okay.
Hey, look,
Cause I'm getting my bottle ready for my libations for my people. We're gonna pour it up. We're gonna party. We're gonna send. Me and my little one. Everybody else is an adult. You an adult, you better follow suit. Other than that, I ain't got shit for you.
I'm taking my 420 flight.
Yes, I'm about to
I'm
go get
going.
mine too.
I'm
Yes,
going. I'm going to I'm going to THC high.
yes, yes. You know what?
So
Because they
look,
love it too. They love it. They be like, hey, give me some of that. It's all right. They know what's going on. They feed the warriors. They're feeding the healers. They're making sure that we cool. We're, the most frustration in that we're feeling is because of other people.